The United Nations is seeking $1.3 billion in aid for Somalis in need. The appeal is part of a 3-year humanitarian appeal aimed at assisting close to 4 million Somalis threatened by famine. The UN adopted the Advance Appeal Strategy to avoid a repeat of the famine-related mass deaths witnessed in Somalia over the years. A new UN report released earlier in the week indicates that over 200,000 Somalis were killed in the 2011 famine. Muhammad Imoge reports.
A new study estimates that famine and severe food insecurity in Somalia claimed the lives of about 258,000 people. The report, commissioned by the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization and its partners, was launched by the United Nations Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs in the Somali capital. The United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization commissioned report indicates that half of the 258,000 people who succumbed to the 2011 famine were children under the age of 5. Launching the report in Mogadishu, the United Nations Coordinator for Humanitarian Affairs, Felipe Lazzarini, has said 2.7 million Somalis are still in dire need of assistance and food aid. According to the report, the toll was exacerbated by the ban on aid organizations by Al-Shabaab in southern central Somalia, worst hit by the famine.
At the time, it was tremendously difficult for the humanitarian community to reach the area worst affected by severe food insecurity, and agencies were not able to mount an appropriate response. You might remember that at that time, for example, up to 16 international NGOs and UN agencies were banned to operate in most areas of South Central.
Somalia was the hardest hit by the extreme drought of 2011 that affected over 13 million people across the Horn of Africa. The United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization said humanitarian aid needed to have been provided more quickly to avert escalation of the crisis.
We cannot wait until famine is declared before we act. Humanitarian and donors must be prepared to act as soon as early evidence shows a deteriorating situation, even if the international media is not present to witness firsthand the scale of the crisis and provoke a public response.
The United Nations had on December 2012 launched $1.3 billion appeal in humanitarian aid to assist over 3.8 million Somalis affected by the famine. Mohamed Hirmogi, CCTV, Mogadishu.